everyone, my name is Marika and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to start a freshman college advice series and this is my second video. You can check out my first video down in the description. Today's video is on my 5 tips that I have for you for picking classes in college. So let's get started. My first tip for you is to understand your habits as an individual. If you are a morning person, you might want to take some morning classes because that allows you to take your classes in the morning and then take it easy in the evening and afternoon if you like that. If you're a night owl, you might want to take some evening classes or some afternoon and night classes if your school offers those. You want to make sure you cater to your needs as a person. If you study well at night or study well in the morning or afternoon, you want to schedule your classes depending on that. And keep in mind that 8 a.m. college classes are not the same as 8 a.m. high school classes. You will feel the difference if you take those, so take precaution and try to stay away from those if you are able to. Tip number 2 is to make sure you schedule in meal times for yourself. Taking care of your body is always important and you don't want to stack all of your classes on top of each other. So make sure you give yourself 1-hour chunks for lunch. Make sure you eat some breakfast in the morning and some dinner at night, and make sure you take breaks periodically as well. So making sure you have that hour and a half long chunk in the middle of your day is really important so you get that nutrients when you have your lunch. Tip number 3 is to make sure you give yourself time to study in your schedule. You might want to check out my last video. I talk about some tips on making good study habits, on finding a good study location, so make sure you check that out. It's down below in the description. But filling your schedule all the way with classes won't be very valuable to you if you don't have time to review the content that you talked about in class, study or ask questions, or even take breaks for yourself. So make sure you think about that and allow yourself to debrief after every class, or give yourself chunks of time to review after having a big chunk of classes. Tip number 4 is to make sure you give yourself time to do your extracurriculars, your sports, your jobs, and any volunteering time that you might have, as well as clubs. If you are on a sports team, you want to think about when your team practices are or team meetings are, and make sure you coordinate with yourself and your scheduling as well as your team. If you have a job on campus or off campus, or you're in a club or any extracurriculars or volunteering, you want to make sure you coordinate with every program and make sure you have time to go to class and to do these extracurriculars, and finding that balance is really important. Before I move on to tip number 5, make sure to like and subscribe down below and comment what other college freshman advice you'd like to hear from me on this series. Tip number 5 I have for you today is don't leave scheduling or registering for later. You have to know that classes fill up really fast. So if you are able to lay out your classes on a spreadsheet or on a calendar to see and visualize what it's going to look like before even registering and registration starts. You also want to make sure you have different options for classes in case the classes that you originally wanted fill up and you aren't able to get into those, because that happens a lot. So you want to make sure you have alternatives for basically any classes that aren't core classes, that are more elective or smaller class sizes, which will help a lot to make sure you get all your credits and all the classes that you want to take that semester or quarter. Alright, those were my 5 tips for picking college classes. I hope you enjoyed and found something valuable. I hope you have a good time registering, and good luck on getting all of the classes that you want. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below what you'd like to hear more from me in my college freshman advice series, and I'll see you next time.